The results will be seen not immediately. You don't expect a change next week. No. Sometimes it takes months or even half a year to really see a good result that your skin is responding to the products that you are using. Hi, good afternoon. My name is Dr. Eleanor L. Letran. I'm a practicing dermatologist. I practice at our very own UST Hospital, and I'm presently the chairman of the Department of Dermatology there. A proper skincare routine will depend on a lot of factors. When you say proper, that means it's right, the right thing for you, and it's a routine that you will be doing regularly. So you have to have some form of objectives in order to have a good routine program for yourself. For me, there's 2 or 3 things that I usually consider as a part of a good skincare routine. One is cleansing. You have to have a good cleansing routine in order to remove bacteria, grime, or oil from your face or your skin, rather. And then if you have a normal skin, you try to maintain its normalcy or its integrity. And if you have some form of skin disorder, let's say, for example, acne, then you try to treat it and then move your routine to that aspect also. And finally, you also have to protect for further deterioration. So again, at the end of the day, a skin routine is something that is for you and it's doable by you. What is the way to determine your skin type? Usually, of course, you have a normal skin, but the other way is to check if you are very oily or very dry, or if you have a combination. Okay, so for those 3, if you have washed your face a bit and then you feel tight after a few minutes of time, then probably you're more on the dry side. But if, let's say, for example, you have already washed your face and then after 20 or 30 minutes, you feel like you're very oily, or even at the end of the day, you can almost fry an egg on your face because of its shininess, then probably you're mostly oily. However, some individuals will have a combination skin, especially those that will have oily skin on the T-zone and then a little bit drier on the sides. Some people might have what we classify as doctors as more sensitive skin. These are the people might have more prone to irritation, maybe due to some underlying medical skin problem, or some people are more prone to acne. So those are what you call the sensitive people or sensitive skin. Other types of skin would be, of course, by age already. So if you have menopause skin or postmenopausal skin, those are actually the different types of skin types that you can probably think of as a basic type. I've been asked the question about, is it all right to do natural remedies such as egg white masks, banana peels, and calamansi peels? I would say probably no, simply because, for example, for the egg masks, if you are a patient that have egg allergy, then you're going to be in trouble in using your egg masks, no? And also, there are some contaminations in the eggs. There are bacteria, and usually you're using raw eggs. So there are bacteria inside, such as salmonella, which you actually don't want to be on your skin or accidentally eat it just because it's near the face and near the mouth and you have licked it. So you might end up having a bacterial infection. The others, such as the banana or the calamansi peel, what I know about them is they're not pure banana or pure calamansi. They add some other things such as honey or lemons or whatsoever. Calamansi is actually citric acid, so it's an acid base. If you use it on a long-term basis or probably on a wrong timing basis, irritation can easily set in. So no, I would not recommend these types of masks for you. What is the difference between a moisturizer and a hydrator or hydrating lotions? No? In the real world, they sort of like are used synonymously, but in terms for doctors, some like us, sometimes we do give a little bit of difference between the two. When you say you moisturize, that means you add more oil to it. That means you try to use a product that would lubricate the skin and then protect it from the environment. However, when you talk about hydrating substances or hydrating lotions, these are the ones that have something to do with water. It's either they get the water from the deep dermis and then put it out into the upper dermis or the stratum corneum or the epidermis or the outer layer of the skin to make them plump and nice, or it's a product that would attract water from the environment going in, and then put it on the outer layer also. Both have the endpoints of quote unquote lubricating the skin. Probably for layman, that's not a really big point to really think about. But for doctors, sometimes we do because of some diseases that we might want to address. So we might want to choose between the difference of a hydrator and a moisturizer. A lot of times a product can be both. They can be both a moisturizer and a hydrator. When you say it's moisturizing, sometimes we still have another byproduct underneath it, which we call emollients and occlusives, which is under that category. So when you say occlusive, this is where your petroleum jellies are, your mineral oils are. So these are really oils that coat up there. And emollients are more elegant to use. So sometimes dermatologists would rather use those because they're more elegant to use. Is it necessary to apply sunscreen if you are indoors? Okay, nowadays in this pandemic, a lot of us are indoors, work indoors, study indoors, right? No? So yes, it's still yes. The answer is still yes. Why? If you have a glass, no, whether you're inside a car of a glass or a window glass, the sun rays can still go in, specifically the UVA rays. And these are the ones that can still go in despite the fact that you're inside the house, and it can penetrate through glass. Another newer player in the market, newer player is what you call the blue light. The ones that you ask probably as students, oh, my computer, they are emitting such a light. They call it the blue light. Is that bad for me? Do I need a sunscreen for that? The answer is, as of this moment, at 2022, yes. Simply because this blue light has been found to also have some can penetrate the deep dermis of your skin. So it can actually damage your skin also and result in some untoward pigmentation that you might not want. When weather changes, it is advisable to change your skincare routine, especially if you're going to, let's say, from our country, which is kind of hot. So we kind of tone on our moisturizers. We're not very big on the oils. If you're going to a very cold country, then your cleansers will probably be more moisturizing type. Your moisturizers will now be of a stronger type of moisturizing creams, rather than when you are here on a very hot weather like the Philippines. When you change to a more concrete skincare routine, the results will be seen not immediately. You don't expect a change next week. No. Sometimes it takes months or even half a year to really see a good result that your skin is responding to the products that you are using. A lot of people have been, looking at the internet, looking at what skin program or skin routines that they want to do. And my advice is this: keep it simple. Don't overdo it. And if you think that you can't do it, don't do it, because you're not going to last. That's number one. Number two, have the objectives that I have said to you. Cleanse, maintain the integrity, and at the end of the day, try to maintain the doability of your routine. So you choose products that are right for you, right for your pocket also, and don't go overboard. Don't look at fads, because most of the time, these are only fads. So those 10 items that you're going to place on the face, think about it. So keep it simple. Thank you for listening. Again, I am Dr. Eleanor Letran, a practicing dermatologist. I hope that I have helped you with regards to this small program that we had right now. The University of Santo Tomas Hospital has a lot of board-certified medical dermatologists. So if you have any problems with your skin, if you have any thoughts about it, do visit your friendly dermatologist. Thank you.